And he's still got a handful of throttling there as well, but yeah, a bit silly at this point in the qualifying session. This is for grip position, and that really, if he damaged the bike, if he hasn't, because they crash well, Moto2 bikes. By that I mean that even when they look like they should never even run again, they do.
Within 15 minutes usually. It's getting it back to the paddock. When did he crash?
Good question. Was it the final corner? I thought it was 15, so we had to go.
Who's that on the floor?
It's very wet actually here.
That's Howie, the local boy.
Yeah. Working for him on the Fujitsu machine. Yeah, it was very wet, wasn't it, here last year?
Extreme. I'm just looking. Luthi was second here on a 250. So in Moto2.
If you saw us in Australia, you'll have remembered how he had to get off that bike. It was only a week ago, and he was feeling pretty sore after having a couple of big old offs in Australia.
Both at the hay shed. Yeah. You don't want one of them, never mind two on success.
On top at the moment with that cracking time from Oliveira, Marquez, Luthi, Schrotter, Brad Binder, the other KTM 6, Nakagami.
Yes.
That's sixth after free practice 1, 2 and 3, and that was done. That time was set 2:07 Northern and Southern. They can run them independently. You've got the big Grand Prix course that they're on, but they've just taken the...
it's a practice facility.
It really is, yeah, well thought out.
Well managed,
yeah.
Well looked after.
What's the chap's name?
Razlan. Razlan Rosley? Asian races before there were such things as the Asia Talent Cup.
Yeah. There's Pete Benson taking nod from Franco Morbidelli. 4:06.4 is the top time at the moment. 4:06.
Bent, but also KTM's first winner under Moto2 regulations. Some CV the young man is developing. We always say that it bears repeating that he is on Oliveira while you're doing that. Currently second, only 0.026 slower than Franco Morbidelli. Into history yet again, not just as the first rider from his country to win a road race world championship.
It's close, so you were very close. So thank you very much, sir, for your good efforts here at Sepang. Mr. Razali, good job.
He has been in
a long time.
A long time. That's one of the good things, the consistency of the management team here. They've been here for a long time. And,
just earlier on, he's not getting a clear run at this at the moment, and that's...
Yeah, he's just gone up to, where is he, sixth now, half a second, just under half a second on Morbidelli. Bassini rolled back out. You've got to do a lot to keep on a 49 Calex win. They would have been at the half century up at Australia, but for the KTM boys. I bet some advertising copy was torn up and thrown away.
Well, they'll just wait for this week.
Moto2 bike off the track for more than about 15 minutes.
Like bouncing head to head.
Yeah, at the very least. You have to try. Disappointment, average siren, local hero. Down in 21st at the moment. And then with all sorts of people coming in, hopefully from the Triumph Formula.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. Once that playing field levels out again come 2019 for the Triumph power unit, 675. There's Brad Binder's machine.
Where is Brad? Seventh?
No Domi Agata, of course, and no Taron McKenzie.
Oh, indeed.
You have just tuned in to watch qualifying here for Moto2. Very sadly, we lost their team owner. It was a very, very sad situation. Stefan Kiefer passed away. 7:09 was his quickest time up until today. And he's already done 2:06.8. So he's a second quicker than he was in FP3.
Schrotter was tapped in the championship on a suitor.
Go on, stick it in the time.
The fact he's been on the floor 10 minutes ago, of no interest at all to him.
Well, a tyre debris now, look, everywhere. They reprofiled it last year and they put a new surface on top of the old one, and as soon as you got some rain, once it started to dry out, all of a sudden it would squidge out in places and give you damp patches where you wouldn't have expected them. But none of that seemingly this year so far anyway. It's got the inside curve.
Some of which was to do with the old design allowing water to pool, not run
like a tunnel and had it sort of vented away rather than put the profile away.
Keys are the best he will do.
Yeah, that isn't. That's going to take more than 22 minutes to fix by the time they get that back from there. Real big off. So as soon as they're the kind of crashes that if it goes with that, I'm sure that won't make it back. If the cloud pops over just before we get the rain, we usually get just a little bit better temperature. That's turn 9 up the hill. Onto turn 10, sweeping out wide on turn 10, picking up the entry to turn 11 now. They're on the way in.
Well, there you go.
And something like 70, 75 mile an hour at the apex of that turn 7, that sort of double right.
We've got the phony war again now. No indicators of personal or overall best.
Back with the last corner, turn 15 now. We pick him up, he's just done half a mile down the straight. Then he faces another half a mile straight now as he comes past the pits on his right. 2:06.4 it was. We haven't seen much of the 49, have we, recently?
No, we haven't. He missed the race, didn't he? Back, what did he miss? He missed San Marino. And he crashed in Aragon as well. Back into the points last time out. Yeah, we could very well do Axel.
Being 0.7 off should bring him onto our chart.
No, Keith, I'm looking. He obviously cottoned on to Luthi late in the lap.
That's a shame.
4.4 seconds off.
Be able to use it
now. The Grand Prix Ducati going down the box there. That is positively Stone Age.
Oh, 3 all the way through turn 3. Yeah. Bike is done. Sorry, lads. Is his.
That's a really good tight team,
Do you know what? When you work as hard as you do with these straight to the office there, when you work as hard as the 14 and onto the back straight.
As predicted, Axel Pons is going to improve his life by about half the gap. Oh, that's like Nakagami's crash helmet.
Yeah, that's been a good toe. Here's the two VR46 men, both wheeling simultaneously. Stefano Manzi, 62,
who is perked up at the end of the season,
and Pecco Bagnaia.
Taking that even further, really crash happy since the summer break.
Behind him is the 44 of Miguel Oliveira, and Andrea shaking his head from side to side, not happy. Out through turn 2, then on to turn 3 now for him. And 2:06.4, 2:06.383 is the outright lap record here for a Moto2 bike, and he's just a bit off of that at the moment. Miguel Oliveira, not far shy. Alex Marquez, not far shy. Not good. And then the other Malaysian there, Howie, we've seen him on the deck. He too hasn't really put it together in the dry on a Moto2 bike, or even actually in the wet on a Moto2
Which
bike.
is the surprise.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
There's some good lads coming out of this part of the world, aren't there?
You would expect it.
Yeah,
motorcycling is a massive part of this Southeast Asia generally, the Asian Pacific region if you prefer, but it is the mode of transport on that.
Yeah, a few years ago you relied on this circuit financing you to do a wildcard.
Yeah, and a load of underbone racing around tracks that you wouldn't want to be seen on, really. But it's got no, road circuits and between the houses and
the feeling of a bike in these conditions.
Thomas Luthi, hello. He's getting hot, isn't he? Good. I'll tell you what, when you start resorting to that, you know it is warm.
Fourth quickest, front of us, Marquez. Where's he at the moment? Third. And he's back next year, of course, for another year, isn't he? Alex Marquez.
Yeah. Here is Pecco Bagnaia chucking himself around on the 42. Is Stefano Manzi looking a little calmer behind him.
Unusual for Stefano.
Yeah. Big, tall lad, all over that motorbike. On back straight. Look at Marini. What's he doing with his legs stuck out? Trying to get some air in his leathers, perhaps. Give himself a bit of respite before he starts on a charge for the last 10.5 minutes. Luca Marini goes back behind.
Before they're allowed to compete.
You've got to reckon that Baldassari, surely his teammate, is going for the record for dislocations, isn't he, as far as shoulders are concerned?
I think so. He's 17th at the moment.
100%.
Absolutely. Just looking down the order to see who else is where they shouldn't be. And I'm still disappointed in Cyrene, Keith, 11th.
He's going to be disappointed in Cyrene there, Pecco. One of our favourites, isn't he?
Well, in Moto3, the miracles he performed with that Mahindra when the transmission was so fragile.
Just kept it...
Because McPhee's win in Czech Republic was, I know it was badged as Peugeot, but it was a Mahindra.
No Mahindras next year. They've gone electric car racing.
Yep. They've had a win in that formula already.
Yep, they're trying to concentrate.
Guys that went out.
Only got a short hop to pit lane though.
He was one of the more who went out following Morbidelli.
Behind 24 speed up. Always gone bounding in there a bit hard.
Yeah. But
we'll see. Luthi's decided to come out for the final 6.5 minutes as well. This is it then. It's a duel in the sun here at Sepang. Oh, down he goes. Well, that's a shock for me. Slides out.
Was the rider getting greedy?
He was a little offline. I think he was out a little wider. That's when we talk about being greedy, it's usually just trying to pull it back online on the brakes. He wouldn't quite have been there on that, I wonder. Morbidelli's only got 5 minutes to gather up his thoughts here. Can either have another go at it on the bike as is, or pop down pit lane for a quick look. He can come in the back. Marquez, he's a man that's capable of improving things. He's a 10th off after the first sector. What that?
And he's 3/10 off after the second.
See how close out to the line they go there. That's that turn 7 that we just saw quick through here. Love that bit of the track. Digs in. And then the final corner onto the back straight. Not the final corner, penultimate corner I should say. Back straight now. Oh, his confidence will be dipping. Morbidelli is flying.
You said it earlier that you looked at him in the pits and he looked like he was in trouble.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did.
And that's a
that's definitely under a wing. So
that sort of violence.
I think that may well be all she wrote for this World Championship. Morbidelli has a 29-point lead, and his main adversary is battered and clattered at least 52
he's on the
points.
stretch and up the tarmac.
Look at that bike.
Oh. Well, I didn't think we'd be talking about this championship.
Oh, hang on.
Another one.
Oh, that's Dari. Previously of Tech 3. That's the PR for the Ford Racing Company. Wow. With a minute just over to go of this qualifying session, Morbidelli has got the battle seat. Will just about hang on to the middle of the second row, but how he's going to be able to use that come the race, we don't know. Morbidelli 2:06.406. That was the time before. Oliveira and Quartararo front row at the moment.
It does feel, doesn't it, like the rain has been postponed and the track has just got hotter and hotter and made the Dunlop's job very near impossible.
Trotter, Brad Binder, Nakagami, rose Miguel Oliveira for third. So the fight for third place in the championship is on. Oliveira is 52 points behind Thomas Luthi in second place. So he's got some personal bests going in there, half a second off.
Yeah, so
he's already
that far off.
Yeah.
Flag out, as you said.
He'll consolidate his time, I think, Binder in 8th place at the moment. I don't think he'll pass Trotter, will he?
The front row in Le Mans, as you said earlier. I'm looking for his next best qualifying. A 4th place in Brno and in Austria. But his last 3 have been 12th, 17th. So,
little around here, Remy Gardner's well.
Gardner's way down
25th, so yeah, mind you, having said that, 1.5 seconds cover the top 25,
yes.
of which Gardner is 25th.
Just under 1.5 seconds, yes, very good point. That's just the nature of it.
He's waiting for the medical centre. Let's take another look at this and listen as well. Just as he picked that throttle up, he wasn't having any of it, was it? And spat him over the top when he's concerned, let alone the team themselves. That's it from me and Jules. Thank you very much for joining us today throughout qualifying. Hope you've enjoyed our commentary. Of course, we're all back live tomorrow. But for now, let's go back down to Craig.
Cheers, guys. Well done today.